everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a Jeep Wrangler here in the shop. It is full coilovers front and rear. The issue we are having on here is basically it's having some really bad coilover mounts here. So we're gonna basically cut all this out. We're gonna build our own shock towers that are gonna have a really reinforced top piece. And then, so we're having some rubbing issues. It looks at one point the coilovers were rubbing the frame, so they cut the tabs, moved it out. Down here you can see they have the coilover, two shock tabs are there. Coilover is just hanging out on a bolt. So that is definitely completely wrong. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut all shock mounts off of the bottom here, and we're gonna cut coilover mount off the top there, and we're gonna redo everything. Alright, so show you here, shock mounts are cracking. They are cut out and moved. I don't know why, other than clearance issues, but they are bolted on the outside. Completely not correct. Means the entire weight of the vehicle is sitting on the outer edge of that bolt, and that one tab honestly is just not correct at all. There's multiple cracks in this frame that have been welded. Nothing that was ever repaired looks like it was ever painted, so everything's completely rusted. Let's go run to the other side real quick. Flexus. Same thing here. Cracks, welds, cracks, welds. I don't know, you can see the under part of the shock mount cracking. So, as well as coilover not on the tabs. So, I'm gonna go ahead, get the bottom, get the top all cut out. I'm gonna cut it clean at the frame here. I'm gonna completely rebuild basically the upper and lowers, just the entire rear section.
best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it, I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it, you know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic, keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy, the enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me, I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this, freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus, living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it.
Alright, we are cutting out the new lower stock tab. So here's the old one, just pulling apart, layered, bent, rusted. So it has kind of an arch top. It's not really boxed or nothing. So here's kind of out with the old, in with the new. This is as well the lower shock tabs. You can see here I added a flat spot to allow actual clearance for the shock, and then it goes up into the rear end, which this one has a slight arch, but you can see it just was digging into the shock. The shock is much worse. But yeah, here's the new ones, and it has the extra down support that goes down. But the cap is, the top of it is fully boxed. It is stitch welded into the top and into the bottom, into the back, as well as the sides are fully boxed. Everything's fully boxed. So, and it has the tubing to help make sure that the bolt, everything stays straight. It's a lot stronger versus just some tabs. So this top will not pull apart. Definitely doesn't look like that. So here it is, fully welded, both sides, all the way around. So I do have one side basically mocked up. I just put my light away. Let me grab my light. Alright, so here we are. So you can see the new shock tower is in. I do have it adjusted all the way in. It's basically up against the body. That's as far back as I can go. On the bottom side here, I did come back out just a little bit compared to before. The purple line is where the inner shock tab was. The shock was riding bolted on the outside of both tabs. Done completely wrong, as if you can remember in the beginning of the video. So what I did was I split the difference, and I basically centered the coilover where the inside shock tab used to be. I have plenty of clearance in between. I got like at least an inch and a quarter or so from frame. It does move a little bit during full cycle, but full flex and full droop and full bump, everything, nothing makes contact, so everything is good. I did move this in a lot compared to where the old setup was. Everything seems to be happy. The only difference is we are still at full flex, this all the way up versus that one down. The tire does twist in and it makes contact with the top of the coilover. So with this just being a trail crawler, it's just a toy. We're just gonna probably get some wheel spacers for now, instead of spending all that money getting new wheels with different offset. It's not a very big offset wheel, which is the problem. I believe it's a 0 offset, but it just needs a wider offset wheel. But for now, we can throw a $100 set of spacers on here and it'll be usable. So
over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are.
Alright everybody, so here we go. Passenger side is fully welded up. The frame plates are on. This is a new product. I will be adding it to the website now that I have some pictures. So by the time this video is released, these will be up. Let me show you the other side here. This side currently has the coilover in it. I do have shock tabs on both sides tacked in place. They are not welded yet. But you can see here, everything is welded in. The frame plate is going to come one full kit, but I did cut a section out because of the coilover tower. But when you order the kit, it's going to be one full solid piece. Yeah, check it out. fully welded all the way around. This is 3/16 plate, as well as 3/16 plate for the coilover tower. So everything is fully welded as far as the frame up. So everything on both sides of the Jeep is welded. The only thing left to weld is the shock towers, or the shock tabs, sorry, which I'm gonna do in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. So yeah, I'll probably get those welded up in the morning, pull the shocks back out, spray all this in black. The axle's green. I'm gonna have to ask what color he wants to do all that. But I'm gonna get everything sprayed in the morning, get everything, the last little bit, couple tabs welded up. And then we're gonna go on to the front, which I have to basically just properly shank all the steering bolts. A couple of bolts look like they're barely like 1 or 2 threads, like it doesn't even go through the nut. So we're gonna quickly address the steering in the front end a little bit. We do have new lower springs coming in. They're gonna be 2 inches longer, so it's not gonna have so much empty body, and the plastic slider is literally hanging out on the tip of the shock. That one is pretty worn down, so it does create kind of a weird bind. So we're gonna address that. We did order the springs, so we should have those in just a couple days. We will pull the shocks apart while the springs are apart, and we will Scotch-Brite everything, kind of clean them up, shine them back up. So that way when this is done, it actually will look a little bit better. All right, everybody, check it out. So I do have the rear of this Jeep done. Everything has been painted, everything is bolted together, everything has all the proper shank hardware. We are done. So you can see the frame plates. I took apart the coilovers and I took a wire wheel to them, shined them up, got all the rust off. These springs are on order, so we don't have them now, but I need to pull it out. He's gonna probably drive it around for a couple days or a week or so, and he's gonna throw the springs on himself. So as you can see, here's the other side. Nice and pretty, nice and clean. So shock tabs. So there we go, guys. So that is it. Now I do have a couple quick things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna properly shank the whole steering. There's a couple weird things going on up there that I have to address. He's got one random limit strap on the driver's side, nothing on the passenger side, and it's twisted. I don't know if it's to eliminate body roll, but I'm gonna take it off. We're gonna stretch it out. We're gonna make sure everything looks properly. We're gonna replace all the steering hardware. We're gonna do all properly shanked hardware. But as far as the rear goes, I'm pretty much complete. I'm gonna put tires on. I'm gonna put it back on the ground. I'm not gonna film anything in the front. I'm gonna kind of just pull it all apart, run and get some bolts, put it back together, address anything weird that needs to be addressed, and that's gonna be a wrap. So this is done. It's much better. The clearance is all proper. Everything articulates properly. That's about it. So until the new springs come in, but like I said, he's gonna handle that himself. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Got any questions or something, let me know. Go ahead and put something down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Much more solid, much cleaner than it was before. I went ahead, as you can see, I just painted the entire wheel well. I like to do that. It kind of, just in my opinion, it looks a lot cleaner, and it takes literally 20 seconds. So, but yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.